What's up, guys? What's going on? Happy Thursdays. Market was not nice today. It was ugly. See what the market bubble looks like. Wow. Hey, what's up, Barbie Nickel? Things are crazy today, huh? Hey, Cup of Magic. How are you? Wow, things are all over the place today. Look at this map. I've never seen a down day where the market how much we dropped today. This is actually the first time. I've never seen a down day where the market drops so much. Yeah, Nasdaq is down 2.5%. S&P 500 is down 1.42, and the Dow is down 0.5%. I've never seen a day where the market drops so much, yet at the same time, we are so mixed. Like, we are so mixed. I've never seen this, honestly. This is probably one of the first times in the last whole year that I've been looking at this chart every day. Because I usually look at this chart to see what's going on, and sometimes you'll see like interesting opportunities. Like, for example, BIIB. This was an interesting opportunity the other day. But I've never looked at this chart on a down day like today, where the market was just like non-stop crashing, right? I mean, maybe not the word, maybe not crashing, but just non-stop going downhill. It's like we're falling down the slope. It's just like do. It's just like falling down the slope, right? You ever seen that character of that kid from Homer Simpsons? What's that, like Ralph? I think Ralph from Simpsons, and he's just rolling down the hill, right? Let me see if I can find that GIF. Yeah, so it's just like Ralph. It's like, oh, do. Is there a better video? But yeah, you get the gist. Just Ralph rolling down the hill, but the thing is, everything else was up. It was like everybody was just watching him roll down the hill, and they're like, ha 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 ha, and they were like jumping up and down, and they're just like so excited to see it. So I mean, look at it. We have Kroger up 4.96%. I've never seen this go up that much, 5%. A consumer staple going up 5%. We have this beer company going up 3.5%. Walmart, understandably, because Walmart was consolidating, it was setting up for this move up. But some of these other stuff, I have no clue. And then you have things like Procter and Gamble and Colgate that didn't even reverse, which is just odd, right? Costco as well. So you have some of these guys giving back the gains. Lumen Technology dropped 7% today. Tesla, went up and now come back down today. So, like I said before, right? Tesla is always like unpredictable. It's like Kramer. He just goes, bam, one day coming in. The next day, he's like falling all over the floor. Like 1 second he comes in, his arm is flailing and wailing over the place, and next thing somebody else comes in, he walks into the door, and then he starts falling over the place. So we have Netflix making new lows today, which could almost like not see that coming, because how? So a lot of crazy stuff today, man. Amazon coming back down from that bullish move yesterday. The metaverse platform, I mean Facebook, Alphabet, Verizon is part of the communication sector. AT&T was up. Gaps was up. I think a lot of materials are doing okay today. What else was up today? Oh, Bed Bath and Beyond was up a lot. The stock we looked at for earnings yesterday was up a lot. Did anybody caught the run up on KBH when we took a look at it? So that was up a lot. Market on close imbalance was 800 million to the sell side, so we had a lot of selling today. Supreme Court blocks Biden's mandate on COVID-19 vaccines. Interesting move. A lot of airlines are doing really, really well today for whatever reasons. American Airline, United Airlines, Apple was down today. Microsoft was big down for no reason whatsoever. How is Microsoft getting beat up so hard suddenly? I don't know. It's a weird day. Today was just extremely weird. I didn't expect it. Just a lot of things like all over the place, man. Kind of caught me off guard a little bit. Intuitive surgical. But I think we talked a little bit about this the other day. Let me see if I can find that clip. Did anybody catch the clip from the other day? Where we were kind of talking about the possible move for SPY, and we're talking about the possible move for NASDAQ. So I hope everybody survived that down move and it's okay. Yeah, the long holdings will be okay, I guess. You guys will be fine, man. Don't worry. Anything we should look at today? Let me read through the comments. What's up, Mario? Bloody day, yes, sir. Another crazy day. VIX hasn't gone on much. That's true. VIX didn't move much. Only money you made was on TSM. TSM had a nice move. I hope you took profit. I think we might get another opportunity tomorrow. If TSM pulls back and holds like the 138 area, we'll probably get another opportunity. Call it like the breakout / back test. What's up, Mike? Glad to see you back. JD pay you good today? Very nice. Yes, holding long. Let's get here. Do you think SPY will come back down to the 50 MA again and bounce hard the last few times it touched? Most likely. I mean, let's take a look. Let's take a look at SPY, right? We talked a little bit about this the other day. We talked a little bit about this for the people that are in the like we talked about this a little bit for the people that are in the algo charts. So what do we say? So yesterday, we're looking at SPY. So I'll show you the time frame too, so you can see it. So this was yesterday, January 12th, midday, 12:27. So this was SPY, January 12th, 2022 at 12 p.m. So for the people that bought the algo in the support chat, I told everybody to be mindful of the weather, be mindful of where S&P 500 is, because look at where we're at, right? We're hitting the resistance there. There's possibility for a chop, maybe a back test to this 470 area or 469 area. So this green line over here, even though this green line isn't like a perfect area, it was a good point of back test because we just broke through and we never back tested, if you noticed that as well. So this is the updated chart, and we'll pull up on the 195-minute chart as well, so you can see it there. This was where we were at yesterday. We had a little pullback. We had another back test today, right? And then we had another back test today. Tesla Neo. We'll take a look at those. I got you guys. We'll take a look at Tesla Neo. So we had another back test today. We had that move down. But the concerning thing about today's move, as opposed to what we anticipated, was that the move was much bigger than what we thought could happen. So initially, I thought we were just gonna come back to back test that 469, 470 area, and then maybe continue to run back up further. If we were all extremely pretty bullish, right? But then for some reason, instead of just back testing, it decided to break through the back test. So now we're like possibly coming back to that double bottom move again. So if we come back to the double bottom move, that could potentially take us back here, which would be 457, 458 on ES, which would be 459 or 457 on the on SPY as well, and that would generally be setting us up for a perfect double bottom. Maybe not perfect double bottom, but an uptrend double bottom. So something like that happened before, where over here we had a nice move up. We had the back test, right? Halfway, we moved up again, back test some more, and then setting up that bottom, double bottom-ish kind of move on the bigger uptrend and on the bigger, longer time frame trend, and then we end up moving higher. So I kind of expect something like this to happen now again. So I think we're somewhere like over here in this move. So we might have a little bit chop here, maybe. I think we're a little bit at that move. If that doesn't happen, if we chop there and we don't hold, then we'll probably come back down a little bit more to the to this lower range here. So this lower range will put us at 458. That probably means we're gonna hit like 459 in SPY. So that's not much of a move. That means we would be pretty close to the bottom. So what does that mean? For the rest of the market, for things like Tesla, for things like Neo, for Apple, for all the other stuff. Well, let's take a look. Take a look at Tesla. So Tesla is a pretty interesting area as well. There's multiple patterns playing out on Tesla here. We have a trend line here that kind of got invalidated when it moved up. So it almost didn't make sense no more. We had a good chop here, and then we ran up here, and then we came back down. We were supposed to test the trend line, but we didn't. We just came down over here, moved back up again. So if the market sorry, I had to cough a little bit. So if the market comes back down again, right? So if we expect the S&P 500 to set up the double bottom, then chances are we can potentially expect Tesla to set up the double bottom as well, and that would kind of be like over here. We would kind of expect Tesla to set up the double bottom, coming back to this $990 area. If that area holds really well, then we could potentially explode. coming into their earnings season run. So that's on the 27th toward the end of the month. So that's a possibility. As long as we don't get any crazy news, any ridiculous catalyst, we could potentially see that run. The other possibility is also like if this move doesn't happen, if if this double bottom move over here doesn't happen, right? Do you guys see the other move? Can anybody see the alternative move if we don't get this double bottom move here? Damn, I'm getting a lot of mucus for some reason. I don't think I got the new COVID, but it's just been a lot of just been some random coughs and a lot of mucus. All right, so let me talk about some of the other possibility that could be setting up here. The other possibility that could be setting up now, I'm gonna change this color a little bit so you guys can see it better as well. Actually, I'll just leave that color as it is. So, oh yeah, so you saw inverse head and shoulder. So that's possible as well. If we're talking about inverse head and shoulder, we're talking about the bigger shoulder here. So these are all technical patterns that we're talking about. Inverse head and shoulder in the longer time here. And then this will be the other side of the shoulder, which will mean that this area will have to hold, right? Now, if that area doesn't hold, potentially setting up that short-term double bottom here, the other pattern is this converting back into a head and shoulder pattern. So converting back into a head and shoulder pattern would kind of signify like, something like this, like that, right? So you see that further move back down? Yeah. So that's the other possibility that could happen, the regular head and shoulder. And if that happens, it's gonna be it could be pretty ugly because that would mean that this is gonna be a bigger drop for Tesla. That could potentially see Tesla at $900. So how do you play this? That's the real question, right? We see the possibilities. Now you have to find how to play this in a good risk to reward ratio that isn't going to break the bank and where you can profit on both sides. So that's the next thing you got to try to figure out. But those are just some possibilities up there. It could really go either direction. I'm leaning toward the worst case, most bearish case scenario is the breakdown of the regular head and shoulder back to here. So that would just be the continuation of that, right? The best case would be, I mean, not the best case, but the most bullish case would be this scenario over here. Getting us to this range here, finishing up this W pattern. So it all depends. On this line right here. So this line is the make or break area for Tesla. So this 980-ish area, if we can, close above 980, above 990, we're going up tomorrow. If we don't close above it, we're coming back down to, oh, you don't want this area, man. Nobody wants this area. I guarantee you, nobody wants that area. Nobody wants that move here. If we come back down to the low 900s or even 890s, everybody's gonna die. Nobody wants that. How much did you make on JD? You made 1,700. You made 1,700 on JD, or what did you do? But yeah, so that's Tesla. Neo is probably going to be pretty close to the Tesla move as well, honestly. So Neo's kind of struggling to break this area. If Tesla comes to the bottom, Neo will probably come back to 27th. Probably a good area to pick some position up if you think it's going to bounce. So Neo's been holding this long-term downtrend here. And that trend line's been holding pretty good. Wow, good job, man. Wow, that's amazing, dude. P&L today. So what's this? It says P&L open is 158. P&L for the day is 1,800. Oh, did you close them? Is that why? Did you lock in profit, or did you just end up holding it for a long time? That's good that you didn't paper hand it, man. Looks like Tommy had the same move too. Very nice. Let's check out some of the earnings for today. Oh my god. Crazy, bro. What's up, K Temple? Yeah, we were taking a look at some China sectors too today. The China sector looks kind of sus. So FXI is the China ETF, and it was hitting the trend line a little bit, and it wanted to go. You know, it kind of wanted to go. So I think the trend line is over here. It kind of pre-ejaculated though. It kind of like came off before it really hit the trend line. So the real trend line is a little bit higher. So the real trend line is like a few dollar. I mean, not a few dollar, like 50 cents higher. But it kind of rejected before that, so it kind of pre-ejaculated a little bit, and we started moving down already. So if it continued to move down, we'll probably come back further. Let me delete this O alert. We'll probably come back further, maybe come back to the 35 range again. But that would mean that some of these China ticker would get beat up again. So I'm not sure. It really depends on where the direction the market is. Baba looks like it could get it though. Alibaba looks like it could come back to like the low 120s or whatever. Because that whole sector is super sus, man. Super sus. So let's check back. Let's check on some news, some earnings. Bro, you had 35 of those? Oh my gosh. Crazy, man. You're crazy. I like it. I like it. Go big or go broke. Me or Mike? What's up, Pablo? How you doing? Blay? That's the helicopter company, right? We'll check it out a little bit. Fortune favors the bow, baby. Oh boy, this guy, he wants the Baba to break out. He want to get back to that $200 break even price. Is that what you want to do, man? What's up, Fierro? Fierro, give them the FUD, man. Give them the China FUD. Paste them that China FUD link, so that these guys don't think that Baba is gonna break out again. So they said 3 rate hikes is already priced in for 2022, and they say 4 hikes. The 4th hike isn't out of the question. No way, bro. No way. Where are they gonna get these hikes from, man? You know, previously they said they were only gonna do 2 hikes per year. Now they're looking at 4 hikes. I'm hoping they're only gonna jump it by like 0.25 each time. So like I think it's already. Oh no, the market is not even pricing that. Let me see how much rate hike is the market pricing in. Oh, the chat, they already priced in the hikes. So we're at the point right now where the market already pricing in the hikes. At least on the treasury side. The treasury side is 0.25. We already priced in. So if every hike is 0.25, 0.25, 0.25. So we're pricing in like 2 hikes right now. We haven't priced in the 3rd hike yet. If we get another hike, if we get another rate hike, Nah, it's no way. No way they're gonna have that much hike. No way. It thinks we're gonna have like 6 hikes in 2 years. I'm not sure if that's gonna happen because the market wouldn't be able to handle that much hikes. If we have that much hikes in one shot, pretty much look at it this way. This is what you want to see, right? If we have that much hikes in one shot, that's like, how much basis point did we go up? 20 to 90. That's 70 points, right? If we go from, so that would be like equivalent to 2017, where we went from 1.3. It kind of be like where we went at 2. I just had a brain fart there. I didn't even know how to do math. What was I smoking? So that will be from September 2017 to kind of like February of 2018. Let's see what happened there. September 2017 to February of 2018. I want to see what happens when that rate hike happened. So So this was September, somewhere around here. They started hiking it up. They ran the hikes really, really fast. They were pricing the hikes really fast. And then by February, I guess they probably announced the hike here or something in January of 2018. And then the market went kabloop. And it crashed so hard, it broke through the first line there. And then we just kind of chopped for the rest of the year because high interest rates and hikes takes out a lot of the growth. So we have multiple chops here. So we're over here right now. If we're pricing in the rate hike, that means the market will come back to sub 448. I don't think the market is smart enough to price in the hike here, right? I mean, I can see it right now in the treasury yields, but I don't think general market is really pricing this in yet. Hey, what's up? What is this, Fiat World? Tell us more about this new Delicron. Is it like when you go to the deli? All right, let me see. You think the market is already priced in though? I guess we can look further into it if we think we're really pricing in already. I feel like it's just so early. I think it's just the talks right now. I don't think they really priced it in, man. But this is good stuff though. I'm happy to be able to look into this with you guys because you know this is good fundamental news and it's gonna set us up for you know how we're gonna handle um how we're gonna handle the market in the next coming month or week. All right, so let's look. Let's take a look at Facebook and Blay real quick. Yo, sounds like you're on the same season of Seinfeld that I'm on. So let's look at Facebook real quick. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. So Facebook, it's like it's possibly setting up the head and shoulder too. There's a lot of arrows on my chart here, but let me go into a smaller time frame. So I'm always trying to look further out in the market, so that's why I usually look at a higher time frame. But so Facebook has been rejecting it on the 10-minute side. It hasn't really been able to move up. I think we could possibly test 315 tomorrow. Maybe that'll be a buying opportunity, maybe not. So these are just levels that we're gonna look at. It's really hard to say. At the end of the day, we could look at any chart right now, but most of the chart doesn't really matter. It's all gonna depend on how the S&P 500 is gonna move tomorrow. And I already drew the analysis of where I think the S&P 500 can move tomorrow. So I don't waste too much time going over the potentialness of these charts because a lot of it is just going to depend on the major catalysts. Belay mobility. I think this is more of a fundamental play. You have a long-term bottom here. So if it wants to move, this would got to be the area. But a lot of these special acquisition stocks, I think when the market goes bad, These are also considered like growth stocks because they don't make any profit yet. They're just burning through cash. And when they're burning through cash and they can't borrow any more money, that's the end for them. So it's hard, man. Like this is Blade Mobility. They do helicopter rides and like transportation, things like that. But the economy isn't exactly booming right now for people to be blowing money on this. So, so do you think we're going to see a move to more defensive play? I think we've been seeing the move to the defensive play for the last 2 3 weeks. I mean, if you look at the defensive sector, which is XLP, consumer staples, right? The consumer staples sector had already started to run in the beginning of December. We had some weird pullbacks, and for whatever reason, I had no clue why we were pulling back. It was literally the dumbest thing ever, to see companies like Procter and Gamble and to see companies like Walmart just coming back down for whatever reasons, right? But now they kind of started this Omega run, and it looks like it's about to get the next leg up. So it's either gonna have next leg up here, or it's gonna come back down. But I think if money is truly rotating out of tech, and truly like going into consumer staples, then it will probably get that next leg up and make new all-time highs. But who's to say this is not on the overvalue at some point, right? XLE isn't necessarily consumer staples though, or defensive play. XLE is more of an inflation play, because it's the energy sector. XLU is actually a very defensive play. So XLU is like, it gets weirdly affected by inflation sometimes, but it's a very defensive play though, because this is a very safe sector. I mean, if you're down to $65, man, I probably continue to invest in long term. The other day we found a pretty good play, on like Zynga, I think. I don't know if anybody has the link. So we found a pretty good play on Zynga. That could have been the play if you needed a short term easy money, but I think it already kind of moved up a little bit. So let me send you the link here. Thoughts on Baba? We just talked a little bit about Baba earlier. Think it could probably come back down with the rest of the market, unless people think that the China sector is going to be a defensive sector at this point. Who knows? Maybe that's also another possibility as well. Oh yeah, I was going to look at earnings from this morning. What is this company? Some random esport company. Ooh. This company lost a lot of money. So they said they lost about 50 cents at the end of last year. I don't know why they keep pumping out these articles. Have you guys been seeing these dumb articles? So they keep pumping out these dumb articles. They said, how much, here's how much you would make if you invested $1,000 in Royal Caribbean 20 years ago. This investment would have produced an average annual rate of 8%. So if you invested in this 20 years ago over here, it was like $20. Um, and if you never sold, you would have gotten 8% ROI. I don't know. It says this article was generated by Bazinga's automated content engine, reviewed by an editor. And reviewed by an editor. I hate these articles, man. So annoying. All right, let's look at the earnings for Taiwan Semiconductor today. Right, RB Nickel? Crazy. So Taiwan Semiconductor is trading higher Thursday after the company announced better than expected fourth quarter financial results. Then they issued guidance above estimate. They reported quarterly earnings of $1.15 per share, which beat the estimate of $1.12. So they reported revenue of 15.74 billion, which beat the estimate of 15.62. They expect the first quarter revenue to be in range of 16.6 to 17.2 versus estimate of 15.58. That is a very, very strong that's a very, very strong guidance there, you know. So this is huge. I'm not even talking about millions, right? We're talking about billions of dollars. So they expect the first quarter to be pulling 16 to 17.2. So that's gonna be almost like a whole $1 billion more than this quarter, potentially a whole $1 billion more or so. And the estimate was only 15.84, so they were only expecting them to grow just a little bit, but they're gonna grow a lot more. They said a fourth quarter business was supported by strong demand, 5 nanometer technology. They expect the business to be supported by HPC related demand, continued recovery in the automotive segment, and a milder smartphone seasonality than in recent years. So that was a pretty crazy earnings. They had a pretty good beat, but they also guided really, 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 really high. I was kind of surprised by that. I didn't think they were gonna guide that high up. You know, that's a pretty bold statement by TSM. And I mean that's why they ran a lot today too. They gapped from 139 to 145. Then Samsung, I think Samsung had a pretty good guidance at the end of the year too as well. Need to work in the semiconductor business, right? The 5 nanometer has been dominating a lot. The 7 saw it decline. So since a lot of their revenue is from smartphones and what is it, HPC, high performance computers, and they're seeing growth in both of them. What's this other sector that they're seeing growth on? What is this other sector? So they're seeing a 10% growth in automotive, and that's only 4% though. Automotive is seeing a huge growth too though. Why is the inventory so high? So they're sitting a little bit less cash. In terms of free cash flow, they're still sitting a lot of cash, but free cash flow went down a little bit compared to the same period last year. But that's also because they're investing a lot. Capital expenditure is going crazy, 235 and billions of their Taiwan currency. So they're making big expansions, and that means that they're going to see more growth in the future as well. Oh, they said Taiwan Semiconductor is building a specialty technology fab in Japan with Sony's. Wait, do they usually pay a 275 dividend? Hmm? Huh? Wait. So they approve a 2,075 cash? Oh, never mind. I got confused. I was like, what the hell? 275? That's a big dividend. But I know why. I know why now. It's in Taiwanese currency. That's chump change. Thoughts on AMD and Nvidia? I think AMD will probably gonna follow through with TSM. Nvidia maybe as well. Not 100% sure because Nvidia has such great growth rate that it's hard. Because if you look at the back-to-back growth of Nvidia in the last 2 years, I think they grew about 300 to 400% or something like that. So unless they do another stock split, it's kind of hard to get behind Nvidia. But I like AMD though. Yeah, but inventory is getting shot again at work. Oh damn, that means commission getting lower, right? It's on the BMW in December, and now it's dropping, but people are still coming in. Oh no! Only if China let them grow. Yo, is this year the best year to be working in the car service? I mean, the car salesman industry right now, because when people come in, they're only gonna buy at this point, right? Like inventory is so short. What other choice do they have? Is that true, Mike, or not? What's up, Nasty Nate? How you doing? So that was TSM. Let me look at Delta Airline. I ordered a Lexus and it'll be completed in 3 months, hopefully. Hopefully. Nice. Damn, man. Must be having a really good year to be ordering a Lexus like that. Some cracking people. One of the best years. I believe it, man. I was just thinking that because, like, I was just sitting here and I was just thinking about it. In sales in all the previous years, like, in all the previous years in sales for car salesmen, like a lot of times the business is so bad, you're always struggling, and you're like you're praying that you get that sale, right? You gotta bust your ass. But now inventory is so low, especially for some of the luxury cars like BMW and stuff. The inventory is so low that they come in, you don't even gotta be selling them. At this point, you're just finding inventory for them. Like you don't even have to sell them, because when they come in, they already want to buy because they know everywhere else they went, they can't buy it. So at this point, all you're doing is you're selling them. You're helping them order the car, you're helping them pre-ordering the car, and you're helping them trying to get the car. Like that's it. I feel like you don't even have to do anything else. Like what else they're gonna say? They're gonna be like, oh no, can you go lower on this price? Like, all you gotta do is sit there and laugh at their face. Be like, ha, you bozo. Lower the price. You know how many people outside right now that want to buy this car? Imagine. That'd be so funny. Mike's here, like, really doing that, though. Mike here, like, I'm cracking people. You bozo. Who you think you are trying to negotiate? The negotiating on car sales have tapered a lot, but inventory is an issue. Some of the guys I know are making good money on what they're selling, but aren't seeing a lot of customers. Oh. Oh, that's true. Yeah. America probably gets a little bit better priority in terms of inventory, I bet. That's probably why used car got so popular too. Like never, I think, I mean, I could be wrong here, but I feel like in the last 20 years, I would have never thought that a used car could be worth more than when you bought it, right? Like I've never thought that it could appreciate that much. You know what I mean? Like I remember in 2012, I know this guy that worked at DB Bank, and they did some illegal shit, and all he wanted to do was get rid of his car, right? All he wanted to do was get rid of his car, get cash, and move to like whatever South America country he was running away from, so he doesn't get arrested, right? And I bought the car from him for like dirt cheap. The guy had like 2,000 miles on it, and I bought it from him for like 11,000. All because he wanted cash. And now that same car, I could probably sell it for like 17, 18. But never in my life would I have ever imagined that the opportunity to sell the car that I got like 2, 3 years ago for retail price. Like, how is that possible, man? How? Like, how is that even possible? We used to discount cars, but now with the market it wanted more than a need. So people feel like if they got a car right now, they're winning. Some clients just pay over MSRP. Oh yeah, people don't want to take public transportation due to COVID as well. There's also a lot of like things on TikTok that are telling people to like write off cars and stuff like that as well. So there's also like that fake trend going on. Hey, what's up, Soft and Cozy? We actually went over Tesla a little bit earlier. You just gotta go back to the video in the earlier section of the video. I'm probably gonna end the stream in like a few minutes, so you can look back into that. Got you, man. Selling my 2019 Lexus for $15,000 profit. Wow, dude. Wow. Dude, that's crazy. $15,000 profit? Is that why you're getting the new car? Because you're making so much profit on the other car? If you're gonna get a car, you're not winning, especially in BMW land. That's so true, man. That's so true. Yeah, I imagine especially like rich people, they don't care, man. If you're rich and you're like balling, you don't really care about money and you just want to get a BMW or a Mercedes, you know, you don't care what price you gotta pay. You gotta pay 5,000 over, 5,000 over. So be it, you know. If the sales guy is gonna make like a huge ass profit, so be it. You know what you should do, Mike? You should tell them you got a car available. You're about to reserve it for them, right? But then you'd be like, oh wait, hold up. Somebody actually reserved it yesterday, and and like and because they reserved it yesterday, they're actually gonna get it like a month earlier. You want me to jump you to the front of the line, and then you just put your hand out? You want me to jump you in the front of the line? Oh man. All right, let me go over this Delta Airline earnings real quick. Then I probably gotta run a little bit because I want to see what Delta is doing. December quarter 2021, they lost 395 million. Loss per share was 64 cents. Operating revenue of 9.5 billion. So they're almost getting break even, almost. Full year loss of 3.4 billion. Oh gosh. So they provided outlook for March quarter 2022. Highlights of the December quarter and the full year 2021 results on page 5. 2021 was a year like no other for Delta, with significant progress in the recovery, supported by growing brand preference, enabling us to be the only major airline to deliver profitability across the second half of the year. Where, as always, our people drove the success, which is why we're happy to announce this morning a special profit sharing payment for all eligible employees. Oh, what is this profit sharing payment? While the rapidly spreading Omicron variant has significantly impacted staffing levels and disrupted travel across the industry, Delta operations has stabilized over the last week and returned to pre-holiday performance. Omicron is expected to temporarily delay the demand recovery 60 days. But as we look past the peak, we are confident in a strong spring and summer travel season with significant pent-up demand for customer and business travels. The profit sharing thing is going to be interesting because if they're like if they make employees back hold the stock, then that means the stock can't drop as much. So they got this PSP, which helped them offset a bunch of loss. They invest back 2.9 billion into the business. So they said that they by December they were doing pretty good. They had recovered to 80% to 2019 levels already. But then due to the new COVID, the outlook, they're now expecting the 80% recovery to go back to like 72 to 76. So business demand is pretty weak, only at 60% apparently. Oh wow. So on a good year, they made about $4 billion. For 2021, they lost about 2.6. They got about 4.5 billion of grant from the government. So they're very lucky. Goddamn, man, taxpayers literally paying for this. So puts on Roblox 85 strike for February. Is it good to hold or book losses? Let me see. I think Roblox looks like it's still holding that area. You still have some time. I wouldn't I wouldn't worry unless we fall down under 80s. We should probably have another bounce here though. They got earnings coming up. You might get that ER run up too, you know, right? So you might get that ER run up at the end of February. If they had a really good ER last quarter, I don't see how they couldn't have another better ER this quarter. Everybody's stuck playing Roblox anyways. What else they doing? Yeah, very interesting test though. So they're definitely making more money than they did last year, but still lost a lot of money for the full year 21. They said things might come back. They're saying a lot of bullish things, but we'll see how like over here the summary says that they see like they see capacity coming 83 to 85% of 2019 levels. But then at the same time, they're like, oh, we probably think we're gonna make 72 to 76%. There's also rising inflation, labor shortage, and then oil price as well is probably going to mess them up for every plane that they're idling and they're not fulfilling up to 100% capacity. So I think they're probably going to see another year of losses, man. I don't know. I don't even know how they pulled the positive quarter. So I'm a little surprised there. Interesting stuff. But I'm gonna end it here. It's 5. We'll be back here tomorrow to go over the financial earnings. Hopefully we see something interesting for BlackRock. If it comes down a little bit, I'll probably look for opportunity to buy. If it runs back up, oh well, forget it, man. Other than that, have a good night, guys. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us. Take care.